Hello, my lovely Pisces suns, Pisces placements. You know, you guys have a soft spot in my heart. I have a tendency to get along very well with Pisces, but it may be all the Pisces that I have in my chart. I hope you all are doing well. Before we get into this, I would like to set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. So I was hearing something about Valentine's Day. Today it is the 14th of February. You may not be watching this on the 14th of February, but if you are, happy Valentine's Day. If you celebrate, I hope that you are loving yourself on this day, first and foremost. Okay, so seeing something we're being very patient with here. Something going on with our emotional process. Are we realizing something? I'm looking at Pisces, I'm looking at Sagittarius, and I'm looking at Pluto, which is Scorpio energy. This can be your chart, this can be someone else's. I'm being drawn to a dark red color here. Are we tempering a relationship that we have with someone, a partner, or are we figuring out the ways that we want to step up and take the lead? Maybe it is time for us to take the lead with something. I'm getting something about coming out of the box. Maybe we're stepping into a role that is kind of new for us, or maybe stepping up in ways that is not normal for us, in ways that are not normal for us. For some, this has to do with a relationship. It's like you're alchemizing, trying to figure something out with a relationship that you have, a partner. You could be gathering information on this. You could also be trying to figure out why something has taken the amount of time that it has. It's like I'm seeing you very patiently assessing something here. And this can be another person that you're looking at. I'm seeing a couple different storylines here. We're going to pull further and see what's going on. Okay. I'm seeing something interpersonal. I'm looking at, for whatever reason, I'm feeling guided to mention this again. I'm looking at Sagittarius, I'm looking at Pluto, which is Scorpio, and I'm looking at Gemini here. Again, maybe this is your chart, maybe this is someone else's chart. Prominent placements. I'm looking at a past relationship. I'm hearing downfall, I'm hearing windfall. Windfall. Interesting. So is someone coming through to help you out, or are you helping yourself by stepping up here? Maybe both. Maybe you're realizing where you want to take hold, take charge. For some, it's almost like there could be a past relationship that you have that's helping you, but maybe also like you reviewing this past relationship is helping you. Like, I don't know if you actively need to be in this, but it's almost like you may be recognizing something that mirrors a past relationship that you've had. Yep. Like, maybe you feel like a cycle was repeating, but you're looking for reciprocity here. You're looking for something to be balanced. But I'm almost seeing it. I'm hearing recovery. I'm almost seeing it like a past relationship that you had, that you were brought together, like magnetically drawn towards somebody. It's like that's helping you balance yourself within another relationship that you have. Maybe something you're currently going through. It's almost like that was the template to show you something that you may be dealing with now. Because I'm seeing that you felt really hurt. Like you could have gotten your heart broken in a certain dynamic that you had, relationship that you had with somebody. I'm seeing a seashell here. And maybe you're trying to get to the bottom of something, like who somebody is. Maybe because you feel weary, because you don't want things to repeat like they had in the past. This is a karmic test you're going through. It's almost like to see if you're going to recognize something. This is really interesting. I'm looking at Capricorn on the bottom of the deck. This can speak merely of the 3D if you're not dealing with a Capricorn. And now I'm hearing Pisces. This is a Pisces reading. I'm looking at Scorpio. I'm seeing a recurring theme because I'm looking at Pluto, and then I'm looking at Scorpio here, and I'm also looking at Sag, and I'm looking at Jupiter down here on the bottom of the deck. So maybe these are archetypal themes that we're recognizing. Okay, so I'm seeing us adjusting, adapting, alchemizing here. I'm seeing a very close interpersonal relationship. Again, this is somebody that you feel like, it's almost like you don't know, or maybe you're not even able to see the powers that brought you together, but you feel almost taken over by this, like the magnetizing effect that you have with this individual. And this could have been a past relationship, because we are seeing something alluding to the past here, somebody you have history with. I'm seeing a huge transformation. Like maybe this was even an ending of a relationship that you went through. And now I'm seeing you analyze something, calling judgment. And I'm seeing a relationship from the past that you had, maybe something a time ago that you experienced. And I'm seeing you moving on from that. Like maybe this relationship was something that ended a while ago, or maybe this was something that began a while ago, but I'm seeing there be an element of there being history here that you have with this person. And I'm seeing you transition to a place where you're taking the lead. Maybe taking control of something. Maybe before you had been allowing someone else to lead, and maybe now you want to be leading something. And I'm seeing a sense of confidence too. It's like your ability to step into the archetype of energy of the King of Wands. That's what helps you here. Yeah, I'm seeing you stepping into a masculine type of energy, which all of us have masculine and feminine. This is just about the ways that we do things, the ways that we step forward. I'm seeing us calling something out with a relationship that we have. Maybe you feel like somebody wasn't like putting in an equal amount of time and effort into something. It's like maybe you didn't feel like you were being treated as an equal. I'm seeing you want to balance something out, and I'm seeing you take control here and call something out with this person. Yeah, it was almost like you felt hurt, maybe because you didn't feel like, again, they gave the same amount of energy, time, focus into the relationship as you did, and you felt hurt by this. Maybe this is something that you called out to them. I'm hearing I have to say something. I'm seeing an ending. Because you learn the truth. Like, you could have collected information on something and found something out. Like, I'm seeing you here gathering information. I'm looking at a karmic test. It's like something big that's revealed to you. Something about this relationship. I'm hearing repeat. Like, this can be a repeat cycle Like, this could be a different person that you were dealing with, but it was like frequency wise, it could be similar to an experience that you had in the past, this cycle that you had. I'm hearing prolonged. Like, maybe there was a lesson here that we needed to learn. Okay, one last time. I'm looking at Sagittarius, I'm looking at Pluto, I'm looking at Gemini, I'm looking at Scorpio. It was almost like a test to see if you would find something out, but find something out in a way where things became clear to you. Like, maybe it was like you didn't have anyone else around you to help you, like, find this information or resolve something that you had to resolve all on your own. Or, like, find information out all on your own. Research something. It was almost like it was revealed to you that something was a karmic test, but before that, you didn't know. You felt really drawn to this person, and it's like you couldn't figure out why that was, what the purpose of this was. And maybe at first you thought it was something else than it turned out to be. I'm getting something like that, Pisces. But I'm seeing you come out on top in the end, my friends. Do you feel in your head about what your intuition is telling you? The beautiful thing about the Eight of Swords is that as much as it can be a dreadful place to be stuck within, it's also something self-imposed. So it means that you have all of the power to allow yourself out of that place. Like, you have the key out of there. And it's going to put you more in touch with your intuition. It's almost like I'm seeing somebody go through a maze here. Again, I'm getting that your intuition was telling you something that you needed to know, but maybe you were feeling resistant to actually realizing this, or maybe consciously accept what your intuition was telling you. But this is a lesson about not blocking your intuition. I'm getting this strongly. It's like when you delay making decisions and delay realizing things, you're just delaying your storyline. This is so funny. I'm getting artichokes with the world here. I know that it's kind of hard to see, but it looks like little artichokes around there. Maybe that's a clue for somebody. I'm hearing heart of palm. Yeah, this was about stepping into a place where you were validating your intuition. Maybe also in relation to another person. You could be somebody that's very respected for their intuition, maybe even psychic abilities. Professionally, you could do something like this. Healing work, intuitive work, shadow work, channeling. Maybe this also pushed you towards some career that you've been pursuing, something intuitively you feel linked, something you feel destined to be doing. The information of the High Priestess must be digested and integrated in order to be effective and original, authentic, is what I'm hearing. I'm seeing you also recognize almost how you had put yourself in a place where you were restricted mentally. It's like you had all of these thoughts that were circulating, but I'm seeing you break yourself out of this. It's almost like as soon as you untie yourself from the Eight of Swords, something really big comes through from that. And it's like now you're back. Like, this almost even reminds me of like intuitive and creative blocks. And it's like as soon as you unblock yourself, I'm hearing chakra work. It's like something opens up and there's free flow. And I'm seeing you find your happiness too. Because we're looking at joy, we're looking at creativity with the sun, we're looking at pleasure, the pleasures of life. And now you realize there's something that you need to prioritize. maybe figuring out which way you want to go after you get to the end of a cycle. Like, I'm almost seeing this be an illumination that you have now completed a cycle and you're going to be starting something new here. You may be taking a break from a job, work responsibilities, like maybe some little vacation that you're taking. I'm seeing you're going to be starting something new. I'm also seeing you maybe are prioritizing getting back into meditative practices, maybe something faith-based, spiritually based. Things along the lines of the 12th house, psychology, service work. The 12th house is really endless, but it all has to do with going deeper into the mind, the subconscious, the less tangible. This can have to do with dream work as well. Also channeling spirituality, consciousness, the collective. You're being guided not to doubt yourself here. I'm getting this sense, this like tension of feeling afraid. But it's like, I'm seeing you starting this new cycle with like your intuition and your intuitive abilities, like your connection with the High Priestess intact here. But maybe that feels scary to you, but you're being guided to release this. It's like releasing yourself from the fear space so you can make empowered decisions and choices, movements, thought process, letting go of things you felt disappointed by. I'm seeing it almost be like you were writing something and it like there was like dirt on it or something you need to clean off, and I'm seeing you taking an eraser and erasing this whole page. For some, you could be making moves to travel. I'm hearing sightseeing. Maybe this is something you like to do in your pastime. Maybe even just looking at places that are other locations than where you are. You may be planning to message someone. Someone may be planning to message you, depending on what side of this you're on. You may be thinking about this. I'm hearing mulling it over. I'm looking at spirit popping out here. In this spread, I'm looking at Saturn, I'm looking at the moon, and I'm looking at the sun. So this is kind of like, when we talk about Saturn, we think about like long lessons that have like taken a long time to unfold. We think about the growth process, about aging, about maturing. And when we look at the High Priestess, which to me represents the 12th house, it also represents the moon. And then we also look at the sun. Sometimes they can clash, but when we learn to put them together, it makes our intuition very, very concrete. I'm also hearing lasting. It's like trying to move them into a conjunction for yourself to allow them to work together. And it's like, then your intuition can be magnetized by the sun. And it sheds light to reveal your intuition. And I'm also looking at Uranus here with Aquarius, which is all about expansion. It's about moving forward. It's about the new steps that we take. And it's almost like breaking out of an isolated place where you may have almost felt frozen in time by something, or maybe a cycle kept repeating, and now it's like you're breaking out of that. But this is very new territory for you. Whatever this is, whatever this journey is that you're starting off on, I'm seeing it be new territory for you. Maybe like a gift, an ability, part of your intuition. Something is opening up that you hadn't been connected with before. Like maybe an additional gift or ability, or like something expanding. Okay, so I don't know if this is you or if this is someone else, but I'm seeing somebody making a plan because they recognize that they have feelings for someone, and I'm seeing them come through and message this person. Someone they see to be a counterpart. I'm hearing counterbalance. It's like somebody you see as a complementary component to you, to your energetic field. Somebody you feel guided together through spirituality, maybe by spirit. I'm seeing a lot of cups here, Pisces. Spirit's telling you that although you feel stressed, you're going to figure it out. Like, I'm seeing you have very heavy presence of guidance here to help you carry the weight of whatever this is. Maybe you feel stressed out because you realize how big something is that's entering into your life potentially. This can always be that other person if it's not you. As I said before, I'm seeing somebody making a plan because they feel guided by spirit to deliver a message to somebody. And it has to do with feelings that they have. But maybe they feel overburdened by, like, the intensity. I'm looking at an offer. If you want an offer of love, the King and the Queen of Cups are the ones that you want it from. They are the most ideal when it comes to love situations. This is somebody that would be super sentimental, somebody in touch with their emotions, somebody that knows how to care for their emotions, somebody empathetic, somebody compassionate, someone understanding, somebody that knows how to hold emotional space. I'm also hearing spiritual presence. So I'm seeing this offer being delivered through, by the means of a message. And I'm seeing somebody else enter the picture now. It's like this message is being delivered to someone else. And now I'm looking at counterparts. Yeah, you want to start something new with this person. This is like all about the sparks of new feelings, new emotions. Maybe you want to work on a project with this person, or they want to work on a project with you. Something that you feel is spiritually based, but something that has a lot of facets to it. Something multidimensional. Your intuition is going to help lead you through. But this is about not looking back at yesterday. This is about moving forward. Maybe you feel stressed out by all of the things that you're managing right now, but I'm seeing spirit helping you. You also may be worried because you don't know what this person is going to say, or they may be worried because they don't know how you're going to respond. I'm just looking at Taurus over here in this spread. Pisces, if you're the one receiving this offer, you are a wish fulfillment of this person. Like, they see you for sure as a counterpart. If you're the one delivering this message, you see this person as a counterpart to you. This is somebody that you would potentially want to partner up with in a way where you would want to live with them, have a long-term relationship with them. You feel like you could work together too, potentially, if you want to, like, build a stable foundation. I'm looking at a lot of counterpart energy here, but this is about not getting in your own way. It's about, like, going where your gut is leading you, following your intuition, paying attention to the vibes, like the frequencies, the vibrations, the energy, even if you feel scared. But I'm seeing this is all about releasing yourself from the fear space, the things that hold you back, that voice that tells you that you're not going to make it or that you're not good enough. This is really about validating and believing in yourself and taking a leap of faith. taking chances based off of your intuition, because you know that your spirit guides have your back, and that the universe has your back. Yeah, it's almost like I'm seeing it. The five of wands fell over the sun right here. And I'm seeing this almost be like you battling the ego here, which the ego, when it feels like there's a potential threat, that's when we start blocking ourselves from things. Because you feel like you might be in danger. But this is all about letting those defenses go. Dropping the defenses, dropping the fears. Because when we let our ego take control of our choices, it's like, well, I'm not even going to take that chance so that person can't turn me down. It's stuff like that. But this is all about believing in yourself. And you can't predict how somebody's going to respond. You can predict the likeliness of it, but you don't know for sure what somebody's going to do or how they're going to respond, because we all have free will, just as you do. But it's about listening to your guidance where you're being guided and following through with that. Following through with where your heart is calling you, Pisces. Which we all know Pisces are very good at. But it's about being realistic too, I'm getting. Because whenever we have run-ins with Neptune, it's also a feat to be grounding that energy as well. But not grounding too much, and maybe that's something that we've been doing. Like maybe you feel like you've been stuck, and this is a way to break free, break loose, to unchain and untie yourself from something that had been holding you down and really stymieing your growth. This is about like setting yourself free here. I'm seeing you preparing for this. All right, my friends, we are going to end it there. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time. Thanks, Pisces.